Doctor Who Series 5, Episode 10. Vincent and the Doctor. Let's get into it. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Affan, and welcome to my channel. It's time for some more Doctor Who. I'm enjoying it so far, I'm sure you are as well. So what are we waiting for? Let's just jump into it without any further. A Mountain Dew or a La Croix. I've got one. Anyways, it's not sponsored or anything. Anyways, here we go, man. It's white.
So this is one of the last paintings Van Gogh ever painted.
Van Gogh. Okay, I was just gonna say that looks like Van Gogh style. That's.
Thanks for bringing me.
You're welcome.
You're being so nice to me. Why are you being so nice to me?
Well, something happened.
Places you're taking me, Arcadia, the Trojan Gardens.
Yeah, no.
This? I think it's
But obviously she doesn't remember.
It's not. There's nothing to be suspicious about.
Look, I was joking. Why aren't you?
Each of the
Because there is a reason he's being nice.
sold only one painting, and that to the sister of a friend. We have here possibly the greatest artist of all time, but when he died, you could have sold his entire body of work and got about enough money to buy a sofa and a couple of chairs.
Wow.
If you follow me,
I don't know much about Van Gogh other than, you know, it's the Starry Night, basically.
Look, there it is. The actual one.
Carving.
What?
Well, just
Something in the window.
look there in the window of the church.
Yeah. Something black. Yeah, there it is. What is that? It's a rhino.
Inspection, Ministry of Art and Artiness. So,
An artiness.
do you actually know when that picture of the church was painted?
what an interesting question. Most people
I'm
imagine...
going to have to hurry you. When was it?
Exactly.
As exactly as you can, without a long speech, if possible.
Well, in that case, probably somewhere between
I know this guy, by the way.
What year?
1890, before he killed himself.
So that's where he's gonna go? Oh, wow.
Nice bow tie. Bow ties are cool.
Bow ties are cool.
This is life and death. We need to talk to Vincent.
Whoa, that was quite a shove. I mean, he likes doing that, but that was quite harsh. Okay, so I did not know that. Like I said, I don't know much about him other than that one painting, that's it. So he's gonna go to that time. Let's hope he can work the TARDIS and gets to the right time, you know? So Vincent, okay. Vincent Van Gogh.
And we find Vincent, and he leads us straight to the church and our nasty friend.
Yeah, that guy from Love Actually and Harry Potter. Still, the way he says Harry Potter is my favorite way of saying it.
Name Vincent Van Gogh. Ring a bell.
I didn't mention that to me.
He's drunk, he's mad, never pays his bills.
Good painting, though, eh?
Painting for one drink? That's not a bad deal.
It wouldn't be a bad deal if the painting were any good. I can't hang that up on my walls. It'll scare the customers after death. Bad enough having you in here in person.
They're fangirling.
Any of my paintings, or they would be laughed out of town. And 3, your friend's cute. But you should make those out of other people's drinks.
Think that's big? Wait till you meet moi.
I would like a bottle of wine, please, which I will then share with whomever I choose.
Good boy, mate.
Everyone's Scottish, other than Matt. I suppose they're speaking Dutch. Or they hear English.
You from Holland like me?
Yes.
Yes.
In Holland, when you say no, it means yes. Even though you're the Dutch one, I'm telling you about it.
My brother's always sending doctors, but you won't be able to help. Well, then you can't have seen many paintings then. I know it's terrible. It's the best I could do. Your hair is orange.
So is yours.
Yes, so is yours.
Yeah. They don't have mirrors?
It was more orange, but now is, of course, less.
So.
Oh, no.
Get away from her! Okay. That madman out of here!
It's your fault!
You! He's to blame!
Wow. He's not just the goat, he's the scapegoat. Oh, lovely.
Dark Knight. Very
Monster.
It's not much. Watch out. That one's wet.
Not talking about you, Amy. Haha. No. The cheap one. Had to go for it.
You know, you should be careful with these. They're precious.
Wow.
Precious to me, not precious to anyone else.
They're precious to me.
Well, you're very kind. Kindness is most welcome. If you look hard, there are more wonders in this universe than you could ever have dreamed of.
You don't have to tell me.
It's color. Color that holds the key. I can hear the colors. Listen to them. Every time I step outside.
I love how the doctor's actually trying to listen.
Take it easy.
What's he doing?
I don't know. Oh dear. Yeah. Run! Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Amy, get back. He's having some kind of fit. We'll try to calm him down. Easy, Vincent. No one else is here. So, Vincent.
Whoa. I was gonna say, what's that thing? It's, well, that thing.
Yes! Ish! No! Not really.
But it's real though, because it can't hit you. Yeah, look at that. Got it.
What did he look like?
I'll show you.
Oh, no!
Wow. His work is unappreciated. Unappreciated. What's the correct word? Oh, that's a cock. A chicken.
Could get torn into pieces by a monster you can't see.
Don't worry, I'll be back before you can say, where's he got to now?
I'll be back. I need a vacation.
Pretty fast. See you around.
What? Is it because they like each other, the Van Gogh and Amy? Is that what's going on? That's why he was being like that? Was that the shadow of the monster? Okay, he's got the typewriter. Lovely.
Good. You're working. Now.
Oh, that's the second doctor. Wait, so that first one was the first doctor? Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Who this is then? Well,
Just right behind the TARDIS?
maybe not that soon.
What's that on the wall? It's the Joker? You mother... Oh, lovely.
Scared the living daylights out of me.
Sorry, I got bored.
Didn't know you had living daylights.
I thought you might like, possibly to perhaps paint them or something. Might be a thought.
Yes, well, they're not my...
Sometimes one of them gets left behind, and because they are a
Starry Night.
the reign of terror. So, feeling like painting the church today.
That's sunflowers indoors.
Take my word for it, if you paint it, he will come.
I'll get my thing.
By this time tomorrow.
So that's how you make him come, eh? By painting.
If we're not careful, half the pictures on the wall of the Musée d'Orsay will disappear, and it will be our fault.
It's so clear you cannot help. And when you leave, and everyone always leaves, I will be left once more with an empty heart and no hope.
My experience is that you always hope.
Then your experience is incomplete. I know how it will end, and it will not end well.
Wow. To be a failure, eh? Cannot be easy.
I'll leave.
Wow.
I'm sorry you're so sad.
Sometimes these moods torture me for weeks, for months. But I'm good now.
Has mood swings.
Vincent van Gogh.
I'm not soldiering on, I'm fine.
Oh, Amy. I hear the song of your sadness. You've lost someone, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not sad.
Yeah.
Then why are you crying? It's all right, I understand.
I'm not sure I do.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow. That's Rory's death they were talking about, obviously.
For a start, we have to make sure I can see him too. Box, I had an excellent, if smelly.
So she knows about Rory, but doesn't. How does that work? It's the sunflowers.
You'll be sure to tell me if you see any monsters.
Yes. Well, I may be mad. I'm not stupid.
No. Quite. I'm not sure about mad either. It seems to me depression is a very complex.
I'm working.
Well, yes.
Giving the doctor a taste of his own medicine. Shutting him up.
It's one eye, either side of the face.
Quiet.
Is this how time normally passes?
Yeah.
Slowly.
Pretty much.
Right order.
Yes.
Are you okay? A bit.
He's bored.
There, on the right.
Only you can see it.
Come on.
But you're not armed.
Ah!
What with?
Overconfident.
Arms.
Absolutely sorted. Just have to find the right Prozac.
And he's not even talking about his cock. The cock in the church. No, not the priest. Oh, I'm sorry.
Will you follow him?
Of course.
I love you.
I love their church, you see. The last episode, they were hiding in a church as well.
But wait! He's turning now!
He opened the screwdriver by mistake. Oh, lovely.
Doctor!
I thought I killed you. Never mind, we'll talk about it later. Quick, in here.
I think he heard us.
Yeah, definitely.
That is impressive hearing he's got.
Hey! Are you looking for me, Sonny?
He's jabbing him with a chair.
Doing anything?
Doing anything?
Anything? In fact, he seemed to rather enjoy it.
Ooh, kinky. No, it's not a duck. It's a chicken. A giant chicken.
You're right, my left.
Wow.
Amy, Rory. Sorry, Vincent. I don't know, actually. My only definite...
Rory.
I'm definitely just...
May he rest in peace.
Then maybe he's not really in the mood for conversation right at this precise moment.
Yeah, definitely not.
Listen.
The TARDIS can translate to animals and monsters as well. But it would seem that the doctor couldn't understand it, the monster, you know what I mean?
No, I am really stupid, and I'm growing old.
Yeah, you are. You all are.
Never read, can't see, it's blind. Yes, and that of course explains why it has such perfect...
Yeah, I can only hear.
Also explains why it is now turning around and heading straight for us.
Because you're yelling. He penetrated the...
It's okay, it's okay.
The hair on his hand stood up instead.
Like humans who lash out when they're frightened. Like the villagers who scream at me. Like the children who throw stones at me.
You know, I was thinking maybe the monster is supposed to be
Hold my hand, Doctor.
kind of like, you know,
What I see.
a representation of mental illness, because that's what he's going through, and he's the only one who sees it, nobody else. To him, it's very real.
And blowing through the blueness and the blackness, the wind swirling through the air, and then shining, burning, bursting through the stars.
The stars. I know what they're talking about. Yes, there it is. Yep.
Nature blazes before our eyes.
Wow.
But you're right.
To be inside the mind of a genius.
I will miss you terribly.
Oh, be good to yourself. And be kind to yourself.
I'll try my best.
And maybe give the beard a little trim before your next kiss.
I heard.
I will. And if you tire of the return, and we will have children by the dozen.
Yep.
Doctor, my friend.
Got something I'd like to show you. Possibility there might be more to life than normal people imagine.
Yes.
Well,
It put
brace yourself,
the
Billy.
Affan and TARDIS too. Yep.
How come I'm the crazy one, and you two have stayed sane?
That's ketchup, and that one's mustard.
Nice. Come on.
Ketchup and mustard.
A little something I'd like to show you first.
Burnt off of it.
And this is
You
the
travel
mighty music.
like that in time. It must. His paintings, they're gonna show him his paintings. Being appreciated, his work, the value of it, the importance.
My heart is too
I can still see the monster in the window.
Oh, yes. Glad to be of help. You were nice about my tie.
And I just wondered, between you and me, in 100 words.
He transformed the pain of his tormented life into ecstatic beauty. Pain is easy to portray. One of the greatest men who ever lived.
Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You're welcome.
Sorry about the beard.
It's good, man.
This changes everything.
Wow.
Tomorrow with my easel on. You've turned out to be the first doctor ever actually to make a difference to my life. I won't ever forget you. You are sure marriage is out the question?
Well, I'm not really the marrying kind.
Well, about that.
Let's go back to the gallery right now.
You better not get rid of that beard. To make him feel good, eh? To care.
There'll be hundreds of new paintings.
I'm not sure there will.
It's still going to end the same way.
Work of Vincent van Gogh, who committed suicide at only 30. He is to be one of the foremost artists of all time. If you follow me now.
But hey,
The way I see it, every life is a pile of good things and bad things. Hey, things don't always soften the bad things, but vice versa. The bad things don't necessarily spoil the good things or make them unimportant. And we definitely
wow.
added to his pile of good things.
I think so too.
And if you look carefully, maybe we did indeed make a couple of...
The monster's gone. It's still kind of there. You can still kind of see it. Or is it just me? Am I going crazy now? What did she see? The flowers in his room. For Amy. Oh, what's the other one?
If we had got married, our kids would have had very, very red hair.
Hair like it's on fire.
Brighter than sunflowers.
The end? Yeah. That was quite an episode. Very, heartfelt. Touching on a very complicated topic. Very interesting. Before I talk about this episode, as I mentioned, recently I saw the finale to Better Call Saul Season 3, and it had something similar. And I would like to say that here as well. If there's someone out there who might be going through tough times and just wants to have a chat, just wants to... my social links are always in the description, and you can always hit me up. But again, as I mentioned in that video, I would highly recommend you going to your family and your friends and people around you first, because there's always help available everywhere you go. People are willing to help. You just have to ask. That's it. You just have to ask. And you don't even have to ask me. Like I said, links are there. Just hit me up and we'll talk about anything. Anything and everything, really. Now then. Like I said, pretty touchy topic, a very complicated one that I don't know if I'm very qualified to talk about, but it's definitely something that needs to be talked about, though. It's important, and I hope we do understand it. More generally speaking, I'm sure there are many people who understand it, but mostly it is misunderstood, and I hope that a day comes where we understand mental illness a bit more and more people understand it as well. So I was not aware of Vincent van Gogh's life and how he was as a person. I'm not even honestly that familiar with his work either. All I know is The Starry Night. That's the only painting that I know of. And to see how he was impacted by the people around him and the comments they made, it's definitely not easy, to put yourself out there for the world to see, and then that's what you get in return. No appreciation, nothing really. And he's not owed that, honestly. Not. I mean, if you don't like something, then you don't like something. But I think what you and everyone really is owed is just common decency, which he was not afforded. So that can't be nice. And we don't really think about what we say and the impact that has on the person we're saying it to until it's too late. And so I hope that we can reflect on our lives and be better and try to help as much as we can. And also, every now and again, just pop in and ask your friends and family if they're doing good. If there's something that they would like to talk about, something new that's going on in their life, something that might be a happy event, but also a sad one. Because you never know what's going on with someone, and you never know what they're thinking and what they might do. And this person that you hold so dear, because you might have never actually expressed that verbally or like made it obvious to them, they might not know that, and they might not feel very loved, and they might do something that is quite unfortunate and quite permanent. And to know that all you could have done was just say a couple of words and that would have made a difference, something to think about. So needless to say, I really liked this episode. I loved the message. I loved the actor. I don't know who he is, but the actor who played Vincent, and I thought he was tremendous in that scene, especially in the bed where he's losing it and he's talking to the doctor about his life and how much of a failure he is, and how the doctor's going to leave and he's just going to be back to his normal disappointment of a life. How no one cares, how no one loves him, how he's blamed for everything. He's a scapegoat, Like the guy said at the end, Dr. Black, he is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Well, in his time, he was made the scapegoat. So I like that. I like that this episode didn't shy away from that. I like that this episode, in its typical Doctor Who-ness, didn't really make light of the situation. They took it on head on, and it was good. It had nuance. It was very well done. And I mean, look, I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it here as well. Sure, the episode wasn't produced as well as it could have been, but I mean, I understand this. At this point, I know what Doctor Who is, and I know what the production is going to be like, and I understand that. So that's why, there's so many things that you guys are not commenting now. I understand that this is something that I used to do back in the day, comment on every little mistake that they would make in the production. But I have since realized that, well, this is what this show is, and you'll see a lot of mistakes. And I saw a few in this one. So there was Amy wearing tights pretty much all the episode. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but in that one scene, I think it was in the church, if I remember, she doesn't have the tights. That one scene in the church, the doctor is scratching his head, and then it turns to another angle, and then he's scratching his head with a different hand, you know? So stuff like this, and you'll see it pretty much every episode. So I've started to ignore those, and because, like I said, I get it. That's just what it is, and you still might hear me comment every now and again, because I've recently stopped doing that, and I found out that you guys actually kind of like the fact that I pick out stuff like that. So I might start doing it, but a little bit. I'm not going to do it too much. Keeping those things to the side, the fact that some scenes, the audio was a little out of sync, stuff like that. It was very well done. The acting was great. It was written well as well. You know what? Actually, let me nitpick an actual plot point instead of just the production errors. I think, and that's just how I thought of it. I thought the monster, right, the Cray, whatever they call it, I don't know, I forgot the name, was supposed to be a representation of the mental illness of Vincent. So he's the only one who can see it, and to him it's very real, and to him it's scary, and to him, I mean, it's really a real monster. And I mean, that's what it is: depression, anxiety, you know, all these different kinds of mental illnesses. We don't see them, but the person who's going through it, to them it's very real, and they see it, and they're the only ones who see it, right? And so I thought that was very good. But then it became a bit more than that, and they sort of started to feel pity for the animal dying, and I was like, well, if that's why I'm saying that's my take on it, you know, because I mean, if you're gonna feel, if that's what the point of this monster was, and then you feel bad for it, well, are you then saying that you feel bad for the mental illness itself? Do you know what I mean? Which is why I'm not too sure anymore if it was supposed to be that. So I suppose if there's one thing I can pick on, it would be to either remove that pity that they had for that monster, or just remove the monster entirely. But I don't want them to remove the monster entirely, because it actually really worked. Like, actually properly worked, because it plays into the character of Vincent, which is what pretty much the entire episode was focused on, right? It was the character of Vincent and what he's dealing with as an internal struggles and, you know, stuff like that. So if it was just something that he was experiencing, and for him it was very real, and you know, no one else could see it, I mean, that would have been great, right? But then they went a bit too far with it, and I just didn't like that aspect of it. Besides that, absolutely loved the episode. I loved the way they tackled this subject as well. I loved the little jokes they were making along the way as well, because it is Doctor Who and they do like to make jokes. And I like the fact that they touched on Rory as well, and Amy's, how she's feeling. So she kind of is struggling as well, but not on the surface level, but internally, similar to, I guess, kind of Vincent, but with Vincent, it's a bit more obvious, but Amy doesn't know about it, right? So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but yeah, Amy is aware of Rory, or aware that something happened, but doesn't know what happened, and that is so sad. Like, I mean, it's sad enough that Rory died, but then for her to be this way, oh man, this episode was really well done. You know, like it was great. It was fantastic. I really liked this episode, and I hope you liked the video. And you know, I like the fact that the Doctor saw what was going on with Van Gogh, and he actually offered to help him, you know, and he tried to show him how much he means to people in the future, and how much his work is valued. And in the end, you know, I mean, it didn't help all that much, but I think it helped in making him feel better, or giving him a moment that he really could cherish, a moment that he would hold quite close to his heart. And so, yeah, I really liked the way they did this episode. And like I said, sure, there were things here and there which I talked about already, but overall, very good episode, and I liked it quite a lot. And if you like this video, do drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and check out my Patreon, link in the description to my Patreon, as well as pretty much everything else that I've done. I'm not sure which playlist you're looking at, by the way, but I have 2 playlists for Doctor Who now. Well, actually, I have 1 playlist for each of the series. Then I have 1 playlist for the special. Then I have 1 playlist for classic Who episodes that I've done. And then I have 1 super mega ultimate ginge, ultimate episode, which has everything Doctor Who that I have ever done. So all the series, classic, specials, everything all in one. Because I know some of you just want to binge watch, ultimate bingers you guys are. So I thought that might make it easy for you guys. It's all in the description. All of them are there. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, be kind to each other, please. It doesn't take much, and it can really help the other person. Take care of yourself and others. And don't forget to have a nice